WXII 12 News at noon starts right now.
2 local communities considering restrictions on future data center development. How you can chime in on the debate. A stunning loss of actress Hayden Panettiere. The investigation now underway in the Carolinas as Hollywood remembers the young star. And the push for accountability after concerning reports aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln continue to circulate. How the White House is responding to developments on the front line of the Iran war. First here at noon, it's a WXII 12 First Warning Weather Impact Day. A live look over Winston-Salem. We do have beautiful blue skies right now, and they are clear, but we're tracking a threat for severe storms later on today. Meteorologist Dylan Hudler joining us now. Dylan, what is the rest of the day shaping up to look like, and when can we expect most of this storm activity?
Yes, Lindsay, I think it could be a little deceiving because look at how beautiful it is outside right now. And I think the next couple of hours will probably be nice as well. Blue sky, sunshine, getting hot. But this afternoon and evening, thinking probably about 3 p.m. until 10 p.m., we'll want to keep an eye on the radar, and we want you to have a way to get weather alerts because we could have some isolated severe storms develop and roll from west to east across the area. You see, we're all included in this level 2 out of 5 slight risk for severe thunderstorms this afternoon. And our main concern with any of these stronger cells would be for damaging wind gusts and down trees, which we've seen the past couple of days. Take a look at those storm reports from yesterday. We had a 51-mile-per-hour gust reported at PTI, several trees down along the I-40 corridor, as well as parts of northern Iredell County. Again, things are quiet for now. We have plenty of sunshine, just a couple scattered clouds up in the mountains, but as we go through the rest of the afternoon, things could become a little more stormy and unsettled, so that's something we'll want to be aware of. Temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 across the Piedmont right now. Very, very hot, and we've still got time to go. It's going to get even hotter this afternoon. When you factor in the humidity, it feels even hotter than those air temperatures suggest. So once again, Montgomery County has a heat advisory this afternoon and evening through 8 o'clock. For heat index values that could climb upwards of 105, 107. So it's very, very hot and sunny the next couple of hours. But again, probably 3 p.m. until 10 p.m. Be aware, isolated to scattered strong severe storms are possible. Then things should start to quiet down overnight tonight. And then we drop the storm chance for the next couple of days. We are going to start to see a break from these afternoon storm chances. We'll talk much more about these storm threats coming up later today, as well as what you can expect the rest of the week here in just a bit.
Thank you, Dylan. 2 of the suspects charged in connection with the death of Greensboro Police Sergeant Philip Dale Nix are scheduled to be in court today. Zaquaria Blackwell and John Morrison are accused of being involved in the deadly shooting at a Sheetz in Colfax in December of 2023. Jameer Foster previously pled guilty to second-degree murder and a robbery charge in the case. Under the plea, he will spend anywhere from 25 years to 32 years in prison. Actress Hayden Panettiere has died at the age of 36. Her father shared the news in a statement last night, and we now know her death took place in Greenville, South Carolina. Naomi Popa with our sister station WYFF has more.
36-year-old Hayden Panettiere was pronounced dead here at the Judson Mill Lofts in the city of Greenville, South Carolina. Investigators say they responded just before 2 o'clock on Sunday. They say it was an acquaintance that called 911.
For cardiac arrest, Judson Mill Lofts.
EMS and police arrived on scene and administered medical assistance. Unfortunately, those attempts were successful, and Hayden Panettiere was pronounced dead. A preliminary investigation has revealed that there are no signs of foul play or suspicious circumstances. According to a release sent by the Greenville Police, a death investigation is underway with the Greenville County Coroner's Office. Her father, Skip Panettiere, said in a statement, "It is with profound sadness that we share the tragic passing of our beloved Hayden. She was an incredible light and a force of nature who brought immeasurable love and joy to all who knew her and to the millions who watched her on screen." Local reaction from residents show her influence and talent were known nationwide.
My deepest condolences. That is so unfortunate to hear. So young at 36 years old and so accomplished. That she really was incredible.
The 36-year-old actress was more widely known for her child actor roles, but also hit series like Nashville and Heroes. Panettiere later won several awards for her roles in the television industry and even was a Grammy Award nominee. Just recently, Panettiere did an interview with very well-known podcaster and life coach Jay Shetty. In that interview, she detailed her battles with substance abuse, her Hollywood career, and child stardom. Panettiere has one child who is 11 years old, currently living in Ukraine with her former partner. No additional information has been provided about her death at this time. It's still unclear what she was doing here in the city of Greenville. I'm Naomi Popa.
Residents in 2 Piedmont Triad communities can chime in on the future of data centers in their areas. Greensboro City Council will hold a public hearing on a proposed moratorium on data center development. Last month, members heard from a consultant about the environmental and economic impacts that come with those facilities. The public hearing begins at 4 p.m. in the council chambers on West Washington Street. Also today, Alamance County Commissioners will hold a public hearing on data centers as well. The board is considering implementing a possible moratorium on their development, and residents can voice their thoughts at 6:30 at the historic courthouse in Graham. Tonight, Surry County Commissioners are set to get an update on damage assessment from extensive flooding earlier this month. It's been more than 2 weeks since the Arat River crested at 29 feet and the water submerged Mount Airy's Public Works building, a park and greenway, and many businesses along Riverside Drive. The Deputy County Manager and Emergency Management Coordinator are set to speak to County Commissioners at 6 o'clock about recovery efforts. That meeting will take place in the historic Surry County Courthouse on West Atkins Street in Dobson. This comes as the owners of Mill River Farm are working hard to recover from flood damage. They say 10 to 13 inches of rain fell on their property within hours. The owners have been selling their meat, eggs, and produce for 17 years. They estimate the damage cost between $20,000 and $25,000.
Well, the driveway was just a mess, could barely get out with the truck. Then when we came home, we found out the rest of the damage, which was the flooded root cellar and the furnace and hot water heater got messed up.
It came in that corner.
The bridge down at the spring house by the creek washed out and went 300 foot away.
Friends and neighbors have raised more than $4,000 to help the owners. A GoFundMe is also set up. We have a link to that inside this story on WXII12.com.